Hi everybody, Ivy Rivera, Psychic Medium, coming to you with your November 2019 horoscope for Taurus. Now, I am well aware that this is not the most presentable thing you've ever seen. However, it does help me to keep my mind a little bit in check because I do tend to talk very, very quickly. So, don't feel that you need to understand what I'm doing up here. And I just want to put a turkey on here real quick because I missed that on Aries. I want to say that if you want to join me for my next live show, we do that on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. That's going to be November 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern. I take your personal questions and I give your weekly horoscope there, so hope to have you. For a full list of public events where I'll be, to book a reading or to attend any classes through my Ivy League Psychic Academy, including Level 1 Psychic Mediumship Development starting November 14th. For any of that information, you can go on to ivyriverapsychicmedium.com, and I will put that in the link below. Now, we have, for the month of November 2019, Taurus, what days are standing out for you? We're going to be looking at Tuesday, November 5th. We're looking at Saturday, the 9th. I'm also feeling the 10th and the 17th. Okay, and then I'm feeling around the 27th and the 29th, a similar theme going on. All right, let's get into this. What does all of this mean here? So let's see what I'm getting. I want to start here then with Tuesday, November 5th. I do feel like there's something going on with your money and your work, and there have been some circumstances that have been holding you back a little bit. There's a sense that on that day you can complete a cycle, that on that day you may be getting more pieces to the puzzle, more answers that you've been waiting on. And my sense here is that you're going to have to go backward before you can go forward. So I do feel that if there's any unfinished business, skeletons in the closet, stuff swept under the carpet, you're going to need to resolve it. At the very least, you have to start the process of resolution by identifying it. I think you know what it is, but I think that you haven't really addressed it very much. Okay, so we want to get that ball rolling. I have you then looking back behind you and saying, what have I done? Where's my expertise? What do I have under my belt as far as experience is concerned, or even credentials, or, my college degree? Where's my training? What have I been doing all this time? What do I know about my money and where I've wisely invested it? I see you taking all of that information and incorporating it into where you plan to go next. So we could say that on that day, you're doing a lot of goal setting, but it's not going to come easily until you have finished some of those unresolved issues and some of that hard work. The next day that's really significant that's coming up for you is Saturday, November 9th. Now, what I'm feeling on this day is talk of your money. Somebody possibly asking you for some of your money, possibly someone wanting your expertise, wanting or demanding more of your time, wanting something that you have earned, and feeling a little bit like they're entitled to it. I am also sensing that that would be a wise day for you to keep what is yours without being stingy, but doing it in such a manner where you're identifying proper boundaries, really. You don't want to be enabling someone. You don't want, whether this is your children, this is, family, this is just a friend, but I'm even sensing it potentially with like a boss or a coworker, someone who comes and is very demanding of you and doesn't want to go and have to do that hard work for themselves. Just be mindful. Yes, you have these resources to give, but I think the real question is, should you? And if you are going to do it, within what balance? Okay, so it's all about boundary setting with the resources that you have. That just includes your basic knowledge. For those of you that are teachers, educators, you find yourself in the medical system in any way, even like counseling, I am under the impression, and for some of you it feels like light workers and even like hairdressers, chiropractors, it seems to me that there could also be a demand on your energy that particular day where people are coming to you for healing more. And I see that you could be at a little bit of risk of being drained. So what I'm hearing from your guides and ancestors is that you want to guard and protect your energy, and you want to make sure that no negative energies are able to get in there and that the vampires aren't completely depleting you. Now, the other interesting thing that I have on this day is an argument. And I could see that if you were being drained in some other areas, by the time this little incident surfaces, you could be pretty depleted of patience. So we want to make sure that you're not allowing annoying little factors to needle you to the point of anger and aggression later on in the day. Something that comes up in the morning of that day could reoccur by the end of the night, and you could find yourself in argument with family or a spouse, a lover. And I think it's going to be really important that through that process, because it does set the tone for the next couple months, I think it's important for you to sort of pull yourself back, be more reserved in what you say, and make sure that you're really hearing them. Sometimes people are talking the same junk, it's nothing new. This is not news to me. I don't even need to hear it again. Regardless, you want to put on a very calm demeanor, and you want to appear to be open, and you do want to listen and hear them, acknowledge what it is that they're saying. At least at that point then, no stone left unturned. You have properly engaged, and then you can handle it from there in a calm, cool manner with respect versus blowing up. On Sunday the 10th, we have you actually feeling quite happy and like a child, and I see a lot of grandmother energy, maternal energy, either gifting things to you or watching you from the other side, aunties, sisters, female spirit energy, living and deceased, supporting you in a nice day for yourself. What they're actually showing me is almost like an image of you going to the beach. Now, some of you have access to that loveliness, and probably the majority of you do not. So what does that mean, going to the beach? That means getting in touch with nature. It also is symbolic of cleansing. So whether you put Epsom salt in the bottom of your shower, you go to the spa that day, maybe you just want to go out shopping for some new shirts. I see a lot of boys doing this, or going to the barber. I think that it's important that on that day you're taking some you time. And it does seem to be related to some stuff that's going to be coming up over the next 2 days and 2 weeks that will require that you look your best, that you're feeling your best, and that you're coming to the table fresh with an open-minded, clear head and perspective on what's going to be offered. So we do have some prosperity opportunities coming in directly after that. But I want to say this, a lot of people will hear this and they'll be like, whatever, I don't have time for that. You need to make time for it, because the universe doesn't understand whether or not you're making time in your schedule or you have time available in your schedule for it. The universe only understands, your higher mind only knows that that is something that you are supposed to do and check off your to-do list. And law of attraction will kick in accordingly. So we want to maximize our benefits from that, of course. And then you have a little bit of quiet time. There is some activity between the 14th and the 16th, but I can't get to everything on this short video, so I want to say that on these days, make sure that you're keeping up your car, make sure that you're watching your money, and don't overspend or let money go out the window on those days. On Sunday, the 17th of November, I am feeling as though you have an opportunity to move forward, to push ahead, to claim something that is yours. You look a little bit at that time like someone who has been chained up for a while with this particular circumstance, or in this particular relationship, or with this particular job promotion. It seems to me that you've been sort of kept in a pen for a while, and you were waiting on a release of these circumstances. Well, they've released. And so the important thing to note is that you are moving forward, and you're going to be called to action on that day to do so. So it's sort of like a horse that was kept in a pen. Sometimes they open the pen, the horse doesn't know to run. Make sure you run and take what's yours. And then I want to go down here to Wednesday the 27th, and Friday the 29th. There's talk on both of those days about you needing to let go. And I feel that we're talking about some kind of a fight, some type of an argument, some type of a dialogue. I realized with Aries that this is Thanksgiving, so it could very well be family related. And it feels to me like it does strike a personal chord with you. So I want to say that if there's anything that you need to let go of, whether it be in actual interaction with another person, or it's just more concepts, it's just more your mentality, your emotional state, bad habits. For a lot of you, I see you wanting to quit smoking, wanting to quit drinking, thinking maybe I shouldn't take those pills, even though it makes me feel good. I see you limiting on old bad choices that you've been making. You need to release what is toxic for you in whatever form it comes and get yourself free. You are going to have sort of a day off from thinking about this, and then it's going to resurrect on the 29th again. I would say that by the end of this month, what you really want to be able to do, Taurus, is to put things into perspective for yourself. Understand that you've been blessed with some opportunities to move forward, and understand that you have to take responsibility for any negativity that's accumulated during that time when you couldn't. I think you need to do an assessment on your mentality and how you handle your relationships and circumstances, and really maximize your prosperity by letting go of what no longer serves you. Enjoy your month, and happy Thanksgiving.